What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mota Beta Reviews. I'm your host, Mota Beta. So we had a pretty cool thing happen. Okay, so Mr. Praveen Mohan saw one of the Mota Beta channel's review videos. I think it was the temples, ancient machines and temples, and he actually commented in the comment section. So it was pretty cool to get that kind of recognition. He said some pretty nice stuff in there, so check it out. I'm going to have the link at the end of the video also, and you can see what he wrote in there. And I don't know, man, I thought it was pretty awesome. And so we had a suggestion for a video. This one is this inside the main chamber of Angkor Wat, right? So something was inside the main chamber of Angkor Wat. Evidence of ancient technology, part 5, Praveen Mohan. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. All right, go ahead and react to that video. I love his stuff anyway, and you know, most of my commenters come from Praveen's videos. So you gotta kind of think like this, right? But anyway, before we go to that really quick, do me a favor, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so that we can go ahead and get all the videos to you right when they come out. We have some more coming up. All right, let's go ahead and check out the video.
Hey guys, there are thousands of videos on YouTube about Angkor Wat Temple, but none of the videos show you what is actually inside the main chamber of Angkor Wat. Nobody shows you that because it is a big secret. In this video, we are going to find out what is in the main chamber inside this main tower. And it's very shocking. It has some mind-boggling stuff hidden inside. The main tower is positioned at the very center of this large temple, and the tower is more than 200 feet tall. I am finally at this area where the central tower is located, and I begin climbing the stairs. The main tower has quite an elevation, and the stairs are very steep, making you wonder why ancient builders made it very hard to climb this. As I reach the end of the stairs, I cannot wait to go and see what's inside the main chamber. All
right, so he asked that question, why do you think the stairs were so steep? What do you think? Put it in the comments. I think because they wanted it to reach the heavens, maybe, so they made it super tall. Well, steep, that doesn't matter. Well, it makes it steep. Maybe they put the idols at the top, and it's easier to protect them if they had like guards at the top of the temple, maybe. So if enemies tried to come up the walls, it would be really tough to get up there. That's what I think. Let me know what you think.
Go closer. I can feel a strange pull, and I remove my shoes before going near it. But when I finally go towards the main chamber, I am shocked to see a Buddha in the main chamber, a giant Buddha carved on the wall. This is very strange because Angkor Wat is a Hindu temple with a lot of Hindu carvings. Yet in the central chamber, we see a giant Buddha statue. Why? There's also a reclining Buddha statue in the front. This does not make any sense. So I walk around and see if there's anything else I can find. As I walk over to the other...
That would be like going into a car dealership that sold Fords, and all of a sudden you saw some Chevys in there, right? I guess. I mean, using a car reference, but apparently from what he's saying, it's a Hindu temple, but there's Buddha statues in the top, so it's kind of odd.
Side, there's another entrance, and again, I see a similar Buddha statue. This is a different statue, but this also shows Buddha. There are a total of 4 giant Buddhas carved in 4 different directions in the main chamber. There are no Hindu statues at all. This clearly proves that Angkor Wat is not a Hindu temple, but a Buddhist temple. In fact, even today, many Cambodians actually believe that this is a Buddhist temple. But then, look at the top of Buddha. You can see important Hindu gods like Shiva and Brahma carved as guardians of Buddha. You can see them carved much smaller in size as protectors of this giant Buddha. This is pure craziness. So I go to the side of this chamber.
You're like, yeah, this is crazy.
And something is very strange here. You see these blocks? This is terrible stonework. This was definitely not done by the original builders of Angkor Wat. Some civilization came later and then did not even know how to cut and carve the rocks properly. Look at the stark contrast between these extraordinary carvings on the side done by the original builders and the terrible alignment of stones nearby who came later.
Yeah. That's like you have like professionals on one side and then you have like the subcontractor doing the work on the left. That almost looks like it's blocking something, right? Like those two statues on the right kind of look like they're like part of the structure, and then the wall that whoever built after, it almost looks like it's blocking some kind of entrance or something. Let's see.
You can see the quality of work of two civilizations side by side. But the real question is, why? Why did the inferior civilization pile up the stones here? What was the need to do this? Think about this. Why did the people who came later decide to build a wall here? In some places, you can even observe that there's an empty space behind the wall. The wall was built to hide something that was originally behind it. What are they hiding from us? Now, let's go back to the main chamber. Look at the rectangle around Buddha. Does this ring a bell? Look at the top. It looks remarkably similar to an entrance or a doorway. There's no need to have a tapering rectangle background before carving the Buddha. Even more strange, look at the stone blocks behind. You can see the stone blocks are very crudely aligned, and the Buddha himself looks very low quality. All four Buddha carvings pretty much look like that. Here you can literally see how many stone blocks were used to make this Buddha. And you can see the mortar joining the blocks.
I feel some shenanigans went on here. I don't know about you, but that's kind of what I think.
Other chambers, a lot of paint has been applied crudely on the wall to cover up these terrible joints. The truth is, this wall, the Buddha statue, the crude blocks outside, are all newer structures which were built in front of the original main chamber. The place where you see the Buddha today, that was the entrance to the main chamber. Not only one entrance, originally the main chamber had 4 entrances on 4 sides. And when this temple was taken over by another civilization, they covered all the 4 entrances with crude walls and carved Buddha on all these 4 walls. Not only that, they also covered the smaller windows outside or any other places which would give away that there was originally a main chamber which contained something very, very important.
So, I don't know, when I look at those rocks too, like why do they have the holes in them? What do you think those are for? I think maybe they were used to like carry, possibly, because they're maybe too heavy, so they had to drill a hole so they could put pegs in there or something to carry them. I don't know. What do you think? But yeah, see, you can see in the top left-hand corner up at the top, it's definitely hollow. So Praveen's right on the money when he's talking about it's blocking some kind of entrance. I wonder what's behind there.
This is not a theory. This information is actually confirmed by the archaeology department of Cambodia. So, what was inside the original main chamber? Usually, Hindu temples have a statue in the main chamber, and this temple also had a statue. This statue of Vishnu was placed originally in the central chamber, and then they threw it outside, and now it's placed near the entrance of Angkor Wat. Normally, I would explain how brilliantly this is carved with one block of sandstone, how many hands it has, and so on. But not today, because they found something much more shocking in the main chamber. When they looked up, there was a hole on the center of the tower, but they found something even more weird when they looked down on the floor. They found a hole that goes deep underground. How deep is this hole? It is 90 feet deep. Yes, 90 feet deep.
9
and it
stories.
goes to a secret underground chamber. And inside this underground vault, there was originally a stone box. Archaeologists observed that around noontime, the sunlight was directly shining through this hole on top of the tower, through the 90 feet shaft, and hitting the stone box in the underground chamber.
Sarcophagus.
Now, archaeologists only found fragments of this box, okay? Because the original box was looted and nobody knows where it is now. This is mind-boggling, but here's the problem. How do we find out what the box looked like? And more importantly, what was inside the box? Obviously, the box is gone now, but there is another temple in the same area which has a similar ancient box. This is not a well-known temple. It is called the Bantai Samurai Temple. Even locals do not visit this temple often, but it has a similar stone box that is considered sacred, and some people even worship this today. They have looted the contents of this box, so it is empty now. The box at Angkor Wat is completely gone, and there's a very good chance that it looked exactly like this one. So
this box has a hole in the top. I don't know if that was broken at the top, or what if the box that was down in that bottom chamber also had a hole in the top. So when the sun at noon, when it was at a 90-degree angle, shined down and shined light into that box. That's cool, dude. Get all nerded out.
Let's just imagine that this box was inside the underground chamber of Angkor Wat. What was originally inside the box?
What do you think was inside the box? I think it kind of looks like a sarcophagus. So maybe a body, but it kind of looks small. So what do you think was in there? Put it down in the comments. Okay?
Nobody knows, but we all know the standard theory of archaeologists and historians, okay? Take Egypt, for example. If an empty stone box is found, it's considered a sarcophagus, sort of a coffin or box used to keep the mummified body of the king. The same mindset is used in Angkor Wat as well. Experts think that this stone box had the mummified body of the king who built Angkor Wat. Now, this may be a believable theory to a Westerner, but Hindus usually burn the bodies and they do not put them in coffins. And more importantly, it's considered taboo to bring a dead body even close to the temple premises.
Wow, didn't know that.
And look, the box is too small to put a body. Less than 3 feet long. You cannot even lie down in this. You will have to crouch. Why would a king who built the world's largest temple be put in a crouched position inside this small box? This does not make any sense.
Yep, so he definitely, I was all like, yeah, it's a sarcophagus, it's a coffin. And he's like, yeah, Westerners think this. And I'm like, oh, all right. Got called out straight up by Praveen right there.
And the most important flaw in this theory is this hole on top of the box. It's about 3 or 4 inches wide. This eliminates the possibility that this held a mummified body, because a sarcophagus needs to be airtight. Otherwise, the body will rot rapidly.
Sure.
So there was definitely not a mummy in the box, but the hole on the box gives great insight about what was originally inside. Think about this, right? We already saw there was a hole on top of the main tower to let the sunlight in. And there was a 90 feet hole on the floor in the main chamber, which lets that sunlight pass into another secret underground chamber. And this underground chamber had a stone box. Initially, we thought that this sunlight was merely hitting the top of the box. But no, this box has a 3-inch hole on top, which makes sure that the sunlight will go in and make contact with what is inside the box.
All right. So, Mr. Praveen and I are on the same wavelength. Oh, yeah. So, it's shining on something in the box. It's not a mummy because it's not a body. What could it be? What needs light to shine on it? Like some machine that gets, I don't know, some machine that gets activated by the sun, or like a mirror or something? Let's see.
So whatever was inside the box definitely needed sunlight for some reason. What's even more weird, archaeologists recently discovered a few turtle-shaped stone boxes in the same area. When they opened them, they found crystal quartz stones, silica gel-like substance, and bronze wires. Is it possible that a device, an ancient device made with the same materials, was placed inside the box of Angkor Wat?
Yeah.
Why do I think like this? Not only because these boxes were found less than 5 miles from Angkor Wat, not only because this is also a stone box, but more importantly, because of that hole which directly lets sunlight in.
Yeah.
Now, think about a very crude solar energy device today. You have a solar panel which will convert light into energy. You will use a battery to store extra energy, and you will use wires for the power to be transmitted. This is exactly what they have found in these boxes. Quartz is used in solar panels today. We have silica gel batteries today in the market. And they have even found ancient bronze wires needed to connect everything. In my mind, this is why they designed the whole setup. The tower with the hole on top, the secret underground vault, which can receive sunlight through a hole. They must have used some type of an advanced ancient device, which was powered by solar energy. This is why they placed this device so securely underground after a 90 feet hole.
Okay, dude. So, I mean, if you look at that thing, like the structure is perfect from the top. It almost looks like a battery to me. But if there's wires and silica and crystals down there that are same as solar power going to a battery, do you think they needed to keep that down there because like it needed to be the most secure because that's where the power plant was? And that used that energy to light up the temple at night? I don't know. This is pretty interesting, man.
So we have very advanced device, and just like today, all top-notch devices are maintained secretly by governments and military. Commoners do not get access to these devices for a long time. There is no doubt that it was an advanced solar-powered device.
That's cool.
Why
dude.
else would they come up with such a painstaking model to put a hole on top of the tower, which will let the sun shine for more than 100 feet into the box? And it's very interesting because the device which was in there must have only depended on peak solar radiation, which happens at noontime. The solar energy is much stronger at noontime than sunrise and sunset. This explains that whatever was inside was solar powered. And this box even has an outlet at the bottom, again proving that this was not a sarcophagus, but it probably had a cooling mechanism and had to drain the coolant from time to time. Now, the entire setup would be able to get some rainwater also, which would cool the device inside and also
the water would drip straight down into
safely
the
drain
hole.
out. But what were they powering up using this solar energy?
The speaker system, when they were jamming out. Just kidding.
Perhaps the answer can be found in the hand of this broken Vishnu, which is also found at Angkor Wat. I hope you guys liked what you saw today, and I'm going to post a lot of new information very soon, so stay tuned and I will talk to you soon.
Ooh, I want to know what's in the hand. Okay, so what do you think? I don't. That's some pretty specific holes and lights going down into holes. Like, why is that? And why was it in a secret chamber down below? And why did inside have that kind of stuff in it? Right? I don't know, man. I think that's pretty cool. Once again, Praveen Mohan, you have excited my imagination, and thanks for posting that video. He's putting a lot of work into these videos, and I love reacting to them. I love having the discussions, and you guys putting comments in the comments section about them also. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So thanks again, and remember 2 things: smile, be nice, and don't be a hater. Be a motivator. All right. Go out there and motivate somebody today. We'll see you on the next one. Later.